Clippers broke the single-season game record for victories with 73, beating the 96 Bulls. They still have the same cast in play.
Now that's strength in numbers. 10 men on the floor. Let's do this. Curry. Great defense, forcing the miss. George against the former Cougar. Klay Thompson able to recover with the block. George, that's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
It's LA Clippers ball. Willie Cauley-Stein tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Montrezl Harrell sends it away. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Klay Thompson, tough matchup against George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and the Clippers have the rebound. To Paul George. There's the toss. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
George, tough shot. He hits.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
It's Curry controlling the offense. To Thompson. Lets it fly from long range. Yes, Klay Thompson. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
His first effort off the mark. Curry with the basketball. Leads 3 from long range. And Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and effort.
Curry can't go down. Smothering defense. George. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Curry with the ball. Fires the 3 and drains it. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
Curry. It's no good. Shot's not going down. George sizing up Draymond Green. For 3, Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Screen coming. Thompson not going down here. George knocks it down. That was a tough shot. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To Russell. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Curry, the hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Missed his first. That one goes.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Leonard. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Lou Williams, huge block. And Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the three.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Leonard. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And a dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
Curry shakes free and hits.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Into the game for the Golden State Warriors, number 11.
Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Warriors have the basketball. Klay Thompson in a matchup with Harkless. Here's a chance from long range. Smothering D. To Leonard. Beyond the arc for three. That no good. Off the mark. Curry. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Curry, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Steph lets loose. Nice pass to get things going.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
That misses with a second to go. So we played one here at Oracle with the Warriors on top. Jay and I back to Oakland after this. You're tuned into the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Tonight, everyone gets free pizza. Blocking foul to number 30, Stephen Curry. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
George. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Steph Curry against George. Fires the three. Message received. Well defended. LA Clippers with the basketball. George here against Steph. 4-3. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
George working hard on the glass. George. Off the mark. No good. Curry into the front court. His team on top by 8. Going to launch beyond the arc. To George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. Curry into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
George. He engulfed him that time. Curry to bring it up. It's an 11-point game. From long range. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Thompson to bring it into the front court. The lead stands at 9. George. Oh, that's how it's done.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Clippers have got it. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
And scores on a nifty dance to the basket.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Thompson. Textbook defense. George. No good. That's great defense. To Alec Burks. Thompson drains it.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Paul George, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Here's Curry with it up top. Up by 3. Fires the 3. Not easy.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
George, defended by Thompson. For 3. Can't get the bounce. To Curry. Lou Williams pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Warriors have the basketball. Thompson. Man, that was a tough shot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Curry with the basketball. It's a 9-point lead. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Missed it. Kicks it around the perimeter. Paul George fires deep to there. Won't go. It's Steph Curry with the rock. Kawhi Leonard with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Williams. Lou Williams. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Number 13, Paul George.
Russell with it up top. Lead stands at 7. Deep left corner. Curry. He was all over him. George. Now that's a contest. Thompson. And he buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Clippers have the basketball. Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Looney. Has a look. Kawhi Leonard, 4 out of 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Steph Curry matched up with Paul George. Paul George with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Curry, count the triple. George, wow, 7 threes in this first half alone. This could be an all-time performance.
And the record is only 13. He's better than halfway there. But as a shooter, you have to remain lost in the battle. And you're only as good as your last shot. Don't beat that record, destroy it.
That's it for the first half. The Warriors with the lead. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Leonard to Paul George. Beyond the arc for 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
It's LA Clippers ball. George, tough matchup with Draymond Green. Leonard to George. Takes stock of the floor. George. And the Warriors have the rebound. To Curry. Fires the 3. Not that time. George, that right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Curry. Great defense, forcing the miss. George. That's how you defend.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. George. Rebounds brought down by Cauley Stein. Curry into the front court. The lead is 11. Three. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, Get to the free throw line. See the ball go in the hole.
To Thompson. Going to launch beyond the arc. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First try at the line. No good. Missed the middle one. One more coming. Hits the foul shot. It's a 2-for-3 trip. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Draymond Green. To Paul George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not getting the bounce. To Thompson. Lets it fly from long range. And the Clippers able to clear the board. George. 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I was not born yet, my friend. Boom, baby.
George cleans it up. Offensive board to Williams. From long range, Lou Williams. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2. Golden State at the controls. Curry. And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Surveys the floor. George against Klay Thompson. Fires the three. And Paul George nails it from downtown. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Steve Kerr gets some new personnel on the floor. Thompson. Shot off the mark. Good defense. George. That won't go to George. Missed it. How'd that not go down? To Thompson. For three. Smothering D. George. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To Green. Thompson. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Klay Thompson matched up with Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
George, and knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that three-point shot than one instead from 22 feet.
Ed, as a defender, you're very reluctant to challenge the shot because if you impede his space for where he lands, that's going to be an easy foul.
Klay Thompson against George. Beyond the arc for three. Message received. Well defended. To Leonard. Fires the three and knocks it down. Jay, for the defender, tough to gamble once the ball's behind the arc.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, Eventually, I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force a defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Curry. Stephen Curry surpassing his own NBA record. His 14th three-pointer of the ball game.
Ed, he just made me tap my own chest and touch the sky.
George matched up with the two-time MVP. Steph Curry swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
PG lets it fly. And the rebound comes down to Thompson. George. And Green able to clear the rebound. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Drills the three. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Draymond Green. Straight on three. At the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Warriors with the lead. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. The defending champs, Jay, getting all they can handle here at the Oracle.
You don't see this very often. They've come in and put up one heck of a fight.
Exclamation point. Willie Cauley-Stein with the slam.
Ed, I bet you can't say his name 3 times fast.
That's William Cauley-Stein, my
I said
friend.
fast, Ed, fast.
George, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Thompson. The hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
George, that's the record. His 14th three-pointer in the game.
We have a national weather warning, excessive heat on the court.
Thompson to Shaun Livingston. Klay Thompson in a matchup with Harkless. 4-3. He engulfed him that time. LA Clippers with the basketball. George. And the rebound corralled by Cauley-Stein. Going to launch beyond the arc, and he hits.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
George matched up with Livingston. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Klay Thompson, defended by Harkless. Lets it fly from long range. Misfires. It's no good. Alec Burks to Thompson. From long range. Few do it as well. Klay Thompson, hand in his face, strokes the three.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
The difference is going to be the best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. It's Golden State basketball. Thompson. Well defended.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Curry into the front court. Up 6. Fires the 3, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. George, another one goes down. Did you ever think we'd see a night like this?
Easy answer, no.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. For 3, and Klay Thompson does what he does best. Hits the 3.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Leonard, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Here comes the screen. Curry hits the three-pointer. Clippers have the basketball. George can't connect. It's no good. Curry to bring it up. Up by 6. Here's a chance from long range. Trying to hit 50, but it's no good. Curry. Textbook defense. George is good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Curry. No good. That's great defense. George, guarded by Klay Thompson. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Curry. Fires the 3. He was all over him. Can't do that.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Thompson, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
It's LA Clippers ball. Sizing up the defense.
2 minutes left in the fourth.
Trying to make his move. Down to 5 on the 24. George. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Here's Curry with it up top. All tied up, just underway in this fourth quarter. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Curry, that's his second personal foul. Team foul number 2. That's the first foul in the last.
Passed it off. Williams buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Curry. Now that's a contest. George. That's good D. Shot no good. Curry with the basketball. All even here in the fourth. And the rebound taken in by Beverly. To Williams. Steph Curry rejects it. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. George won't go down. Warriors basketball. Curry. It's George with the rebound. 4-3. And that's rebounded by Golden State. Steph Curry matched up with Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
That's how you defend. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. Tough shot. He hits. Now the Clippers call a timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three. Warriors come up with it. Thompson can't go down. Smothering defense. It's the desperation heave. It's good. Can you believe it? From beyond half court. And we keep playing. This game's not over yet. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Let's do it. Overtime is underway. Klay Thompson against George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Curry into the front court. He'll run the offense. Lets it fly from long range, and Stephen Curry. We say it time and time again. Not much the defense could have done there.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Cauley-Stein to Curry. From long range, knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
George smothering D.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Curry. Oh, they've come roaring out of the gate in overtime, breaking this game open.
And you got to give some love to the strength and conditioning coach for this team. All the off-season, preseason workouts have ultimately led to this point.
George. That one off the mark. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
George against Klay Thompson. Fires the three. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Curry. Message received. Well defended. Leonard. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Curry. He engulfed him that time. Kawhi Leonard. Green always looking for the steal. For three. Well defended. Steph Curry matched up with Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense. George. No good. That's great defense. Steph Curry against Paul George. And a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Two-point shot for Curry. A fundamental shot right there.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
George. No good. To Paul George. Klay Thompson snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Russell. Has a chance. Shot by Thompson misses. It's the Clippers with the possession now. George can't connect. Curry into the front court. His team on top by 8. Beyond the arc for 3, and he hits. Oh, that one could be the dagger as they've opened it up here in the final minute of overtime.
I don't know about that, Ed. I've been a part of a game where we came back from 10 with a minute left to go. Anything is possible.
Would you call that a miracle minute? To George, trying to cash in. The shot by George won't go down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
It's Steph at the controls. Fires the 3. Tough shot. Well defended. Probing the defense. George, he was all over him. Curry to bring it up. It's an 11-point game. For 3. Off the mark. George, not that time. He missed it. The follow won't go either.